Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Super Metroid Bingo, Triple Bingo Tournament race. I'm Zeb316, and I will be your commentator today. And today we have LomionJones versus BFrobber. This is game 3 of the round of 16, and we are off. So, looking at the card, that middle square, the most important square, the one that you have to pay the most attention to, is collect, space jump, and skip high jump boots. That's a really, really rough square to have in the center. If you're doing that, I think that tends to lead me to do Wreck Ship first, because doing all of Norfair without high jump and then going up to Wreck Ship is really rough. Even just getting back up Red Tower can be very difficult without high jump. You need to either do a Shine Spark, that's very fast speed, short charge. Um, you could get Ice, but yeah, it's really annoying. It means you're doing something that's annoying, and you don't get the high jump boost, which I mean, high jump just saves so much time to get. Other cards on here that are interesting, um, you have a high jump speed booster and space jump. You can only pick up one of that in the middle square. Looks like we have Warfare Super Missile. That one's in a spot where you can probably ignore it if you want to, but that could push runners to go down to lower Norfair if they can find a way to also maybe avoid Meridia. There's also a defeat Ridley square. That's also a rough square. Hmm. I'm not sure what looks really good at this card yet. We'll see what the runners elect to do. We do have a criteria map station tile, but also says you can also pick up the wreck ship map station instead of criteria map station. And normally wreck ship map station is a lot better unless you're completely avoiding wreck ship, which is very rare. It can happen, but it's really rare. Aw, hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure about this card yet. I was looking at possibly a row 5, column 4, I think. But I don't see a I was thinking maybe you can completely avoid the wreck ship that way, but it's a pretty rough, couple of things, so I'm not sure even if you could avoid the wreck ship and Meridia, if it would be worth it. Looks like both runners are in the climb, BFrobber leaving the climb now. heading up to Bomb Chorizo, get those bombs, fight Bomb Chorizo. The routes will be pretty similar, probably until at least Green Prince starts, and we'll get a little bit more information on what the corners are doing. BFrobber about to start the Bomb Chorizo fight. Oh, but he entered without full health. That's really rough. I think those balls that Bomb Chorizo puts out tend to drop health more often than they drop ammo if you're not full on health, so they can really troll you. The Lomian get a little bit trolled too by them, even though he was full on health, they just didn't drop anything. A couple of them. The Lomian gets through the fight. BFrobber entering Terminator. I think if you're gonna do the middle tile, I think that Criteria Super Missile tile is really rough. Because it means that you need to go down first, where the collect space jump and skip high jump boost. Well, you don't necessarily have to go down first, but it pushes you down first. The collect space jump boots and skip high jump really pushes you up first. I might be looking at something like top right, bottom left, or bottom left, top right. Yeah, bottom left, top right seems reasonable. Maybe row 3? Row 3 isn't horrendous. It looks like BFrobber will be picking up either the missiles here or the reserve. He picks up the reserve. And it looks like Lomian will be doing the same. So they're either looking at, there are actually a lot of tiles with reserves on them. There's that Brinstar reserve on the right side of the card. There's 2+ reserves at the top of the card, 3+ reserves somewhere else. So there's also a Brinstar map station tile. Now, for me, if I'm going to be coming back here, I like to wait on the Brinstar map station until I have power bombs. Power bombs make it a little bit faster. And you don't have to waste a super when it's really valuable this early in the game. It looks like BFrobber will be picking up charge. That will give him that collect only one of wave or charge tile. Normally, if you're collecting one of those, unless you're forced to collect wave beam, you'd rather collect charge, both because it's faster and it is normally more useful. There are some situations where wave would be more useful. It looks like Lomian is pausing. I'm guessing he's just taking a moment to think about what he wants to do. Whether he wants to pick up charge, whether he wants to maybe fight Spore Spawn, although I don't think there's any reason to fight Spore Spawn here. And it looks like he's figured out what he wants to do. Will be continuing. Lomian also picks up that missile. I don't think there's a Spazer square, so I don't expect to see BFrobber picking up Spazer. And it does look like because BFrobber is going down first, I would kind of guess that that means that he's looking at that criteria super missile. We might be looking at something like a row 2, column 5? Yeah, row 2, column 5, and something else, maybe? Or maybe a row 2, column 3, column 2. Well, the Norfair Super is pretty tough if you're doing that. You'd have to high jump with Lava Dive if you wanna fight GT on your first trip, and if you wanna fight GT on your second trip, then you're coming here literally only to fight GT. I didn't see if Lomian picked up charge, but I think he did. Oh, and BFrobber misses the trade crystal. Hopefully he gets, yeah, takes down trade. Not too bad. I think I saw Lomian charging a shot, so I think that he has charge. He might not, though. Actually, there's a reason to skip charge, so I'm not gonna claim that I know whether he does or doesn't have charge. Anyway, BFrobber picking up that Varia suit will allow him to go deeper into Norfair. I think row 2, column 5, row 4 could make some sense. And that would require skipping charge beam. Well, I mean, missing very quick kill. I didn't see how much ammo he ended up getting in Crazy. I think that he did skip charge beam, so I think that he is going for the collect grapple and skip charge style. Which I think makes a lot of sense. I think that that row 2, column 5, row 4 path makes a lot of sense on this card. And Lomian finishes off grade. Looks like BFrobber will be picking up this ice beam. Okay, I think that BFrobber is planning on skipping high jump, and that's why he's picking up the ice beam. If I had to guess. I don't think there's too much other reason to pick it up. And yeah, BFrobber is skipping high jump. Going for these double bomb jumps. Double bomb jumps are pretty tough. But he gets on a second try. They are a lot faster than just doing single bomb jumps, though. We'll see what method BFrobber elects to get through Full Mount. It looks like, yeah, ice is also for this room. It makes Full Mountain a lot easier without high jump. Yep, it looks like Lomian is going to get high jump. At least the high jump he thinks, but most likely high jump as well. BFrobber is heading to get speed. We'll see if BFrobber elects to get the Norfair Reserve as well. BFrobber picking up speed now. And he picked up the missile beforehand. Picking up that missile, I think, either means that he's going for the 75 plus missiles. I don't think he's going for that, though, because he skipped a lot of Brinstar missiles. I think it's a lot more likely that he's going for the 3 energy tanks and 30 plus super missiles, which means that I think he is going for column 3. And BFrobber is going for the Norfair Reserve. So this one will give him 2 reserves. He is up to 20 missiles now. See what Lomion does for double mounting. Just normal strats. With high jump, it's a lot easier. Getting hit by that King Pack attack spike, though, getting hit after getting up there can be really annoying. Not that big of a deal, it just loses a couple of seconds, though. BFrobber heading down. We'll see if he goes to get grapple beam by Croc, or if he just goes straight through. And he's just going straight through. No Croc for BFrobber today. Which means that he's probably not going to be doing, well, he already couldn't do the collect grapple and skip charge, so there's not too much reason to pick it up anyway. You can just pick up Wreckship E for the top right square. But he is picking up that E-tank, so I think he's still only got 20 missiles total. So he doesn't quite have that 3 E-tank 30 missiles, but kind of an interesting E-tank to pick up. He might just be worried about Pantoon. I think that's most likely it. Because if you want the 3 E-tanks, 30 plus missiles, you're going to come across one more E-tank sometime. Especially because I think it's pretty likely with him skipping that high jump boost, he's going for the center square. You're going to come across Spot Moon E-tank at the very least. But the reason to pick up the E-tank is just for some safety in Wreckship, which is very understandable. BFrobber up through Red Tower. And Lomion did pick up Wave. So given that Lomion picked up Wave, that's kind of interesting. That could be a comfort thing, or it could be the collect only one of Wave or Charge. Actually, it can't be. He got high jump boot, so none of the rows or columns that have that include Wave, or include that. Or both of the ones with collect only one of Wave or Charge have skip high jump boots, so he can't be getting that tile. So yeah, it's just a comfort thing. He is going to Croc, which which makes a lot of sense given he skipped the charge beam. So, Lomian almost certainly is looking at row 4. There's a very small chance he could be looking at something like column 4, row 5. I think that just seems too hard to pair with anything else, though. You might be able to do column 4, row 5, bottom left, top right? No, because space jump, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's probably a row 4, row 2, column 5, if I had to guess, from Lomian. I'm not quite sure about BFrobber yet. If I had to guess for BFrobber, I would guess column 3 and something else. Not sure what that something else is yet, though. Decent top run first round for BFrobber. Lomian is picking up those proc power bombs. Always a good idea to do that before going down. Lets you clear away the block. Otherwise, it can be kind of annoying when you're after being. Good, that didn't look like a good dopper there in the second round for BFrobber. I think only one missed one ended up hitting. We'll see if he can manage the 3 round. He does win the 3 round, nicely done. Lomian will be picking up these missiles. These missiles kind of signify to me that he's going for the 75 plus missile requirement. Because he's already got 30 missiles for the 3 tanks, 30 plus missiles. Given that he's going for that, he might be looking at column 1. Column 1 doesn't look too bad. If you compare it to row 2, row 4, column 5. Which one would you get rid of? I still think I prefer row 2, row 4, column 5 to anything with column 1. I think that row 2 and column 3 seem to go well together for BFrobber. Just needs to pick up the wreck ship energy tank to have 3 plus reserves. Meridian map station isn't too bad. Skip Spacer and defeat Botwoon are pretty free. So yeah, row 2 makes a lot of sense. I would say column 2 if it weren't for that Norfair Super Missile. Norfair Super Missile is just such a bad square on for what BFrobber is doing right now. He is picking up the wreck ship E-tank. So that does mean that he's probably doing bottom left, top right. Yeah, I'm getting the map station. Map station is easy to forget. And yeah, Lomian is getting that Norfair map station. So I think that he is going for that column 1. I think column 1 and row 4 are pretty obvious in terms of what Lomian is doing. The last row or column is a little bit less obvious. My guess would be column 5. That could see row 2 as well. And one thing to note is you don't actually need to pick up the map stations, to complete the square. You just need to go into the room. So Lomian did not need to pick that up, but some people do prefer picking it up. Lomian having some trouble with Red Tower and just elects to power bomb all of the Rippers away. It's a good strategy if you're just struggling a little bit. Okay, yeah, I think it will be column 5 for Lomian. Not needing to go get the Criteria Super or 3+ reserves is pretty good. Yeah, Lomian is probably doing column 1, row 4, column 5. And BFrobber is almost certainly doing column 3 and bottom left, top right. And we'll see what the third rower column he elects to do will be. My guess is row 2. Yeah, row 2. So BFrobber is almost certainly doing column 3, bottom left, top right, and row 2. So given that, see what the runners need to do. BFrobber needs to go get the Criteria Super. I think that does put BFrobber at 30 missiles. Now he's got the 3 E-tanks, 30 missiles. BFrobber needs to get Criteria Power Bomb, Criteria Super. Interestingly, I think that he didn't get the Wreck Ship Reserve, so he's only at 2 reserves still. He will need to get Meridia Reserve, I think. So I think that his plan is to defeat, Raygon after getting these, and then on his way back, he'll get the Meridia Reserve and then go to the map station and finish there. I think BFrobber is actually reasonably close to finishing. As for, Lomian, I think that Lomian needs to finish Phantoon, get the Criteria Power Bomb, and the Brinstar map station, and then visit the Criteria Meridia elevator. Also picking up 75 missiles. Oh, wait. Okay, I see. No, he'll just, go to the Criteria Meridia map station after this, and on his way, to Sportsman's room, if he's planning on finishing with Sportsman, I think, he'll get both, the Criteria Power Bomb, and he'll get the Brinstar missile, or, Brinstar map station. Yeah, I think the BFrobber is pretty far ahead here. Doesn't really need too much else. just needs to get to Dragon, and then to get back to the map station while picking up the Meridia Reserve on the way. LomionJones entering attic. As BFrobber exits Blue Meridia, enters Green Ozone. BFrobber will be entering Meridia shortly. Lomion picks up that missile in the sky. Interestingly skips the maze missiles. I think the maze missiles are pretty close. I'm not sure you'll get better missiles than those ones later. Or at least not very many missiles that are better than those ones. Lomion's saying in chat they didn't mean to skip that reserve. I'm guessing he's talking about Wreck Ship Reserve. Interesting. If Lomion was planning on getting that reserve, that means that he was planning on doing Road 2, I think. Which I guess makes some sense. Row 2 and Row 4 seem to make sense. Oh, Lomion, I think it's talking about Norfair Reserve. Guess he did pick up the Wreck Ship Reserve. BFrobber picking up that Looney tank. We'll be heading to fight Dragon shortly. BFrobber making his way through Aqueduct. And yeah, Lomion will be going through Forgotten Highway to get that Visit Criteria Meridia elevator out of the way. But given that Lomion wanted to do Row 2, Row 4, Column 1 would require him to get to Dragon, kill Dragon, and then head back, hit the Meridia Reserve, head back to the landing site to get the Criteria Power Bomb, then get the Criteria Super, and then finish the sports car. Lomion Kegoing the Keiko. There is a category in Super Metroid where you try to Kego the Kegos as quickly as you can. if BFrobber doesn't quite get that spike suit, but it does have to pick up the space jump, which without high jump I think would be worth it anyway, even with the small amount of um, remaining. Oh, you need to go down the elevator, Lomian. Yeah, okay, he's just getting a power bomb. Good. I thought he was trying to leave. Oh yeah, you don't want. It was unfortunate from BFrobber. If you do a crouch jump there, you actually end up with a little bit more height, and then you bonk like that. When you're trying to do the reverse halfie or the wample spark, whatever you prefer. Lomian headed through Forgotten Highway. As BFrobber is going to the Meridia Reserve tank. We'll be picking this up, and then we'll be picking up the Meridia map station to finish. Or wait, he needs to pick up the Norfair map station too. I forgot about that. So he'll pick this up, and then go to the Meridia map station, then the Norfair map station to finish. That is now 3 plus reserves. Volney picks up the Meridia map station. Or Volney now, actually. I guess, yeah, it's fine to do it now. You're right here. I was thinking after you get the reserve, you'd be right here again too, but either way, it's basically the same, whether you get it now or after the reserve. And BFrobber heading down the elevator, and we'll be finishing shortly. And BFrobber is finished with an official racetime.gg time of 37 minutes and 57 seconds. GG to BFrobber. Oh, well, I mean, oh, was he? I wonder if that spark into the wall was intentional to kill the crab. Yeah, Lomian needs to get these supers. He doesn't really need to get them. He has enough ammo to kill Botmoon, but it's kind of dangerous, so he's gonna pick up these supers as a safety. Trying to kill Botmoon with missiles is very difficult. Well, misses the first two supers. I like to start the fight on missiles because it's a lot easier to hit Bot Wound with missiles early in the fight than later. Yeah, Lomion, I'm not sure how much he has in his reserve. I think that he's got a decent amount, though. He's at 1 health outside of the reserve. Yeah, Bot Wound can be pretty difficult to hit. Not only is he difficult to hit, but his hitbox is really bad. But he gets the Bot Wound down. Lomion will be picking up this. Will not be picking up this E-Tank. I guess if you're gonna do farming anyway, you may as well not pick up the E-Tank and just get health from the bugs. That makes sense. I think that what Lomion needs to do is beat Dragon, go get the reserve, go back to landing site to get Criteria Power Bomb. Actually, Column 5 might still be better right now than Row 4. No, I think the Row 4 is better. Criteria Power Bomb, if you have to get Criteria Super anyway. Column 5 might be better than Row 2 though. You just have to get Criteria Super Missile Brinstar Map Station after this, and then finish the fourth one. Let's see what way Lomion decides to go. Looks like he will be killing Dragon just with the grapple field. Nice, easy, safe way to kill Dragon. Lomion does pick up Space Jump. He could also finish at Brinstar Map Station instead of in Spore Spawn, and just abandon Column 1. Yeah, I'm curious which row or column Lomion will abandon. I think he could abandon any of them, because he's got 4 that are almost completed, and that he could do. Looks like he will be getting the reserve, so he's gonna continue with his plan of getting 3+ reserves. I'm assuming that he'll do row 2, row 4, column 1 then. Looks like he wants some power bombs. I'm curious what for. I think he has to go back to landing site to start, and he's gonna get criteria power bomb there. So I'm not really sure what the power bomb farming was for necessarily, but I guess we'll see if he has different plans. He is headed down. Now, I would expect him to go back through Meridia up through Mount Everest to get to landing site, but we'll see what he could also. Yeah, this might. Hmm. No, I think I still like going through Meridia better than this because I think this might be better if he's planning on finishing at the map station. Because at the end of picking up the supers and the power bombs, you end up at landing site instead of at the climb. So if you're planning on going to the left from landing site after this to get to the Brinstar map station, I think this makes sense. Will only have enough health. I'm curious how much health Lomian has in his reserves. I don't remember how much health this spark takes in general, but I don't think it's much more than. I think it might be like 170, so I think he has enough. It looks like Lomian has forfeited. This spark is pretty tough, so I think that he just doesn't want to deal with this right now. He would have just needed to do this spark and then get the criteria power bombs and then either finish at Spore Spawn or the Brinstar map station. But GG to Lomian. If either come in to interview. Yeah, that damage boost is really difficult. Because it's not. You can get the damage boost and still not make it all the way across. You have to hit it in a specific way. Um, oh, I see. Yeah, for this. Yeah, meme route PBs would have let you kill the guys. Yeah. Okay. I think that that's gonna do it for us. Um, Thanks to Kip for, tracking. Thanks to both of the runners for running for us. Make sure to follow those runners. Um, can follow Kip as well. He has an excellent stream too. And you can follow me if you would like. Um, I have been Zeb316 commentating this match, and there will be another match actually coming up in about 40 minutes or so. So hopefully we'll see you then, and see you guys later.